Story of Ferney. It's about a young couple, Mike and Gally. They're living in London. Their life, you realise, is not entirely happy because Gally is troubled. She suffers from nightmares. She's had a miscarriage. And they decide that it would be quite nice to live in the country if they can. So they go searching for a cottage somewhere in the country. And apparently completely by chance, because of what seems to be an accident and a traffic jam, they dive off the main road, the A303, and they wind up in the village of Penselwood, where Gally stumbles across a derelict cottage. And while they're looking round it, they're surprised by an old man who initially seems quite cross that they're there and suggests that they're trespassing. But something happens between him and Gally. When he hears her name, he begins to take a very close interest in them. He helps to arrange that they are able to buy this cottage from its eccentric owner, and they gradually start on the process of restoring it. And while they're doing that, and he's always there in the background offering suggestions and so on, he starts to tell Gally about stories about herself and their past that she doesn't know, and gradually reveals to her that the two of them, Ferney and Gally, have been living in this village of Penselwood, mostly in this cottage, over and over again in successive reincarnations over 1300 years. This is terrible news for Mike, who gradually realises something is going on, that Gally is being distracted by this man who's in his 80s, who is telling her stuff about their deep love for each other over all this period of time. So it's a terrible triangle, really, in which the history of their story keeps coming up in little bursts, so you keep learning more and more about the things they've done in the past, and leads in the end to an appalling moment when Gally has to make a decision, really, about how she carries on and which of these two men she is with.